Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the August 8th, 2024 meeting of the Western New York Power Proceeds Allocation Board. I'm Tony Colucci, and I'd like to welcome my fellow board members seated around me at the table today, as well as our staff from Empire State Development and New York Power Authority. This is an open meeting. This is a meeting that was called in accordance with New York's open meeting law. And prior to all of us arriving here today, we circulated a proposed agenda to the board members. And I know that they've had an opportunity to review it, wondering if there is any need for us to make any change, any part of today's agenda. Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
Motion.
Moved by Paul.
Second.
Seconded by Deanna. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Thank you. Karen, I believe that was unanimous. As you all know, we try to meet with staff prior to these meetings to become more acquainted with the materials that are presented in open session, to allow us to ask any questions that might need research for answering. Among other things, we ask each of you to identify potential conflicts of interest that could arise as you consider the application that has been presented for our consideration today. It's my understanding that there are none, but we always try to update that before we get started, just in case something happens since the time of your meeting until today that could give rise to potential conflicts of interest. And so I'd ask whether any of you have a conflict with today's application. Hearing none, let's move on. Among other things, when the application information was distributed to you, the minutes from our June 4th meeting were also distributed. And I wonder if there are any need to make, if there's a need to make any change to any of those minutes as they were presented. Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Move.
Moved by Dennis.
Second.
Seconded by Paul. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Thank you. Karen, I think that was likewise a unanimous vote. At this time, I'd like to ask Richard Smith to give us an update on the fund balance.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen of the board. You have in your packets the fund update report dated June 2024. I'd like to review that with you now. Give me a moment to find that. Toward the back of your packets. Total deposits to the fund to date equals $86,796,000. Total interest earned on deposits to date equals $3,304,719, making total funds deposited equal to $90,100,719. As to expenditures, to date, there has been zero spent on administrative expenses, and disbursements to grantees amounts to $36,486,660. And this makes the current fund balance equal to $53,614,059. Under awards for standard projects, we have $41,281,981. For energy-related projects, the amount is $10,437,815, making total fund benefits awarded equal to $51,719,796. And the total fund benefits available to be awarded by the Western New York Power Proceeds Allocation Board equal to $38,380,923. For energy-related projects, the minimum amount of the fund dedicated to energy-related projects is 15% of the fund. This now equals $13,019,400. The amount awarded for energy-related projects is $10,437,815, making the fund benefits currently available to be awarded for energy-related projects only equal to $2,581,585. Today's recommendation is a standard project, and the recommendation is $830,000. As to the power that supports this program, the estimated unallocated EP and RP to date is 107 megawatts. The estimated allocated but unused hydropower to date equals 198 megawatts, making the total estimated unutilized EP and RP to date equal to 305 megawatts. There is additional detail on the second page of that report. I'd be happy to take any questions that I could.
Are there any questions for Richard? Okay, that does not require any action on our part, so let's move on to the next item on our agenda, which is recommendation for an allocation of funds in round 36. Angela, could you take us through that recommendation, please?
Sure. Thank you, Chairman, board members, and staff for the opportunity to present this exciting project to you. Today's staff is recommending that the Power Proceeds Allocation Board approve a fund benefit award of $830,000 to Perscolis, Inc. This funding will support the expansion of their acclaimed workforce training program into Western New York. Perscolis is a nationally recognized not-for-profit known for its effective job skills training programs that help individuals secure high-growth tech jobs. With 24 locations across the United States, Perscolis focuses on training unemployed and underemployed adults, particularly those that are often overlooked in the tech industry. The organization plans to establish a new location at 726 Exchange Street in Buffalo, along with 2 other satellite locations. These sites will offer comprehensive job skills training, professional development, holistic learner support, ongoing free alumni services, and direct employer connections to prepare graduates for tech careers. The initial training will feature a 12-week IT support curriculum where students can earn CompTIA A+ Google IT support professional certifications and ServiceNow ITSM badges. Graduates will then have the option to pursue advanced courses tailored to regional needs, such as software engineering, cybersecurity analyst, and network support technician certifications. Courses will be available on a rolling basis in both hybrid and remote formats. A key component of the training includes learner engagement events hosted by sector partners, offering mock interviews, career planning, and resume writing. Additionally, learner support managers and financial coaches will provide guidance on personal, financial, and mental health well-being. The total project cost is over $5.7 million. Perscolis originally requested over $1.1 million, but our award recommendation is based on the budget for training costs of $3.6 million. And you'll see that in your recommendation memo, the breakout of a new site launch and the training for this project. Several factors make this project a strong candidate for a fund benefit award. The project currently faces a funding gap that an award will help bridge. There's a critical need to align the supply and demand for regional tech workers. Perscolis offers a proven model of training, comprehensive support, and direct pathways to high-growth tech jobs for the region's unemployed and underemployed. Expanding Perscolis into Western New York will significantly boost tech company and tech-adjacent job growth by enlarging the pool of qualified candidates that we have in Western New York. And the anticipated outcomes include training 715 adults, 85% of which, or 608 of the learners graduating with these technical and job readiness skills will launch careers in tech. 80% of that group, or 486 of these graduates, will secure tech jobs within a year with an average starting wage of $21 per hour or $43 per year, and $43,000 per year. 70% of those graduates will also earn industry certifications that will be most beneficial in helping secure jobs. Perscolis will also form partnerships with local companies for job placement. To date, they've engaged with M&T, Kaleida, Catholic Health, Moog, Geico, General Motors, Highmark, just to name a few. And the project also aligns well with the 2023 Western New York Regional Economic Development Council's strategies and priorities, which emphasize workforce development for tech sector and tech-enabled jobs across the region. Thank you.
Angela, thank you. Do any of the members of the board have any questions for Angela?
No, Mr. Chair, this is Brenda McDuffie, and I asked a series of questions, particularly around the relationship that the organization established with businesses that have a need for these workers. And I was favorably impressed. I knew we had a demand, but it's not only demand, but alignment with their curriculum being able to produce graduates, and all the information that staff gathered and provided to not only me, but other members of the board more than satisfied the fact that this organization is not going to be able to provide technical training leading to careers in the tech center sector, which is in high demand, but they also will surround people with both supportive services to maximize their success and potential. And I really like the opportunity that they offer individuals an opportunity to come back for upskilling or upgrading their skills so that they can also compete and grow in their careers at no additional cost to them. Very impressed with the area that they selected, as well as that level of participation and comprehensive offerings that they will provide.
I move
But
it.
so I don't have a question. Just
Well,
that
Brenda,
was
thanks
my
for sharing.
comment.
Yeah, well, thanks for sharing that information. Nonetheless, it's important for us to get that input. Any other questions or comments before we move? to
Can I make
recommendation?
one, Mr. Chairman? So I just also wanted to let everybody know that as of yesterday, they had 215 applicants for their initial 22 seats. So they are moving along and they are in the process of hiring.
So they think to fill it.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. Anything else? Okay, without any further comments or questions, I'd like to call for a vote to approve staff's recommendation to fund $830,000 in round 36 to Perscolas.
Move it.
Moved by Dennis.
Second, Brenda.
Seconded by Paul and by Brenda. And by Deanna. And all sorts of- Nevertheless, I will stick with the formality and call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, that was a unanimous vote as well. I believe that takes us to the very end of our prepared agenda for today. The next meeting of this board is on October 1, 2024. Is there any other business that any members of the board need to bring to our attention today? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to continuing to work with you.